All right, Darwin Fortuna here from Full Design Architects. I am at the Museum of Modern Art, and here we have a piece of wall. So I thought it was a good opportunity for me to actually explain to those people that don't live in the United States, who probably have been here not for that long and don't understand how construction is done here in the United States. I want to explain a couple of things. So this is the exterior of the facade, and this side will be the interior of the facade. And this is how most of our flip buildings are built. The buildings that we renovate and turn into really nice high-end modern homes, this is how they're typically built. They were built back in the day. It's important to understand them so that we can respect them, so that we can honor them, but also so that we know why we're improving them and changing them. Something very interesting I noticed is the fact that, so let's start with the outside wall. So the outside wall has to protect us from the sun, the snow, the water, all of those elements. So we do this overlap of the siding so the water doesn't go into the cavity. Now, if you will notice if you have seen any of our wall sections, we have siding, we have an air vapor barrier, and then we have our sheathing. This is different. It looks like they put a siding cover, which is, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch thick. They put an air vapor barrier right on top of it, and then they had another siding right behind that. So this tells me that this building was retrofitted, and that siding is not the original siding, because this clapboard right here would have been the original clapboard back in the day. So then we have the sheathing, and the sheathing back in the day was not like today. Today we have plywood and we have the zip systems. So they have planks of wood that they would tie together, and that will become the sheathing that nails into the wall structure or studs. In this case, platform, not a platform frame, a balloon frame kind of structure. Nowadays we do 2x6, even 2x8s to get super insulated buildings. Back in the day, 2x4s, that's it. That's how they did it. So that tells me that this is retrofitted, because that's not the original siding that would have been here. That clapboard would have been the original siding that would have been here, okay? So you will see buildings like that get that new siding. And back in the day also, when they did it with asbestos. So when you see something like that, it may have been asbestos. Then we go inside, and inside nowadays we actually have nowadays, our gypsum wall board, which is about 1/2 inch thick for residential buildings. Here they did a scrapping that would serve as the receiver of a concrete mixture or plaster that would be attached into the wall cavity. We don't do that anymore. We now have, our gypsum wall board that gets attached directly into the stud. A couple other things. So here we have the inside. These paint typically has lead. That was the paint that they used back in the day, and I would assure you that this paint right here has lead. Lead is plomo in Spanish. It's actually dangerous. It's a contaminant. So, it's an interesting structure. It's an interesting composition here for the Museum of Modern Art. A couple of things that you probably will know that actually goes there if you were to put it together. And then that's it. We have a wall base, and then we have our floor joists, right? The floor joists support our actual floor, and the floor is made out of this thick tongue and groove. You can see the slivers of the tongue and groove element. It didn't need an underlayment anymore because it was like over 1/2 inch thick, right? It was like 3/4 of an inch thick. So we have our floor joists, 16 inches in center, made out of true 2x, meaning they actually literally are true 2 inches by about 10 inches or so. You can see by the thicknesses. We don't make them like that anymore. And they got attached into the balloon frame. They got attached into the wall structure. Balloon frame means it's not a platform, so the wall will go all the way through the floors. And we don't build like that anymore for many reasons, but one of them is fire. The fires will actually go all the way through the wall, and they could go all the way through. So nowadays we do platform frame, and we fire stop all of that so that we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we have our stairs, our threads, and our risers all the way through. So this is kind of like a building section, decomposed, and these are original members, original walls. The irony about it is that I do these every day. I see these buildings every day, and seeing it like at a Museum of Modern Art, it's just very interesting. This is what we do every day. I hope this is helpful. I hope you like it. Enjoy it, like and subscribe. Thank you.